What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome y'all back to another episode of K9 Talk Podcast. It's your boy DJ.
It's your boy JT.
It's Sid.
It's JoJo.
Hey man, tonight we got a controversial topic we want to speak to y'all about. It actually came, and I want to give the person who said it, you know what I mean, to make sure that we don't take nothing out of context. But his name is Devon Campbell. It was a Facebook post that he put up the other day. Some of y'all might know him as Daylight, y'all. He's actually a battle rapper. But anyways, he put a post up, man, and he's in the dog game, I noticed. I don't know where he's at or what he actually breeds, but I know he got dogs and he hits up dog shows and things of that nature. But he had put a post up the other day pertaining to a lot of the big name dogs in the game, and who they're owned by and why some people are using and some people are not. In so many words, y'all, he gave a few examples of black breeders, mostly I'm pretty sure in the exotic bully game, y'all, that are producing awesome dogs that had awesome dogs for years, y'all. For some reason or another, when these black guys have these dogs, the dogs don't move. But as soon as they're sold to somebody of the other race, where he put a particular on a Japanese or Chinese person or a Mexican, y'all, for some reason these dogs blow up and everybody are running to these new owners of the dog and spending money with them when the person who originally bred the dog and produced it had it and he wasn't getting no love, y'all. And he kind of brings up a topic, why is that? And his reason it is blacks don't like dealing with blacks, y'all. I believe there's some truth in that, you know what I mean? That narrative right there, you know, we can go back to day and age and back in history, where we all probably got examples where we don't really deal with each other for some reason or another, you know, dealing with blacks, because that's what we all up here on this panel right here. So it kind of hit close to home. So today we're going to speak on that topic particularly, some others too, but we're going to speak on that, y'all. Do y'all really believe that there is a true example of where blacks, you know, are producing nice dogs, or breeders of nice dogs, y'all, but they're not getting the, what's the word for it, the credit? And they're not getting the fame. Yeah, you know what I mean? They're not getting, you know, the love for the dog they're producing. But like I said, he posted out, and I'm gonna give y'all a link to his name and everything so y'all can go back and see the post on Facebook. But why are black breeders not getting the love that they deserve? That, like I said, man, he's gave examples of they'll have a dog, sell it to somebody else, y'all, and these dogs blow up. Even gave an example where somebody sold a dog, the dog blew up, he got the dog back, y'all, and still the original breeder got no love. We're gonna go around the panel, man, and see everybody's take on that. What y'all think on that subject? Is there some truth in that? Do blacks not support blacks, particularly just in the dog game?
Yeah, I think it's every race don't support black.
Like I say, it's a bunch of factors in there. It ain't just one factor in there,
right?
Because if you're a true breeder, it's a lot of different factors in it. And I'm gonna just say that, like, you could have the bloodline, you could have the look, you could have like marketing. It's a bunch of different stuff go in there, but you do see that. You'll see like some white guys or some white people breeding. They'll go to another white person that got a shit dog instead of coming to the brother that's got the hot dog. You know?
Okay. Mm-hmm. And you've seen examples of that.
I have. I've seen examples of that. But like I say, it's just, you got, just like anything, you got your cliques. You got your dick riders over here. It ain't nothing you gonna be able to control anyway. But as far as just saying it's because you black and you can't blow, well, the Bullrito blood is pretty big. As far as I've seen, it's pretty big. I mean, at this day and age, you got so many dogs. How can you just say that it's just because this person black when a Mexican guy could have the same, you know? I mean, you know, me personally, I bred to a lot of black, you know, my people, because we got the dogs. You know what I'm saying? You can't be scared just because of the marketing to go to a black person dog. I went to the Glories, OG Perp. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it should be. You should support your people around you. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's just a bunch of different. I can't just say it's black. You see it, but you know,
You should.
I can't just say that's the main reason.
I mean, me personally, I don't just shop with somebody just because they black or just because they Latino or just because they white. You know what I'm saying? I'm shopping because I want this particular blood. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, it ain't more so about the race. It's more so the dog and the look that I'm after. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you got a dog that I want or some blood that I want, I'm gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
If my amigo got some blood that I want, I'm going to shop with him regardless. You know what I'm saying?
So in your mind, it ain't so much that these black dudes ain't getting the respect and the what they feel they deserve. Is just people dealing with who they want to deal
They
with.
dealing with who they want to deal with.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, though, like JoJo said, a lot of stuff go into it. Maybe it's the customer service. Maybe
There you go. Now,
know
that's
what
a
I'm
big one. Yeah.
Maybe when they hitting people up for a video or for just some kind of form of communication, maybe they dropping the ball with that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. It's a lot of determining factors in that. You know what I'm saying? So,
And I'm gonna give you a prime example of that. I made a post one day. I got 10K for the baddest female out here. I didn't hardly get no responses from any black breeders. I got a response from a Chinese breeder. None of them said anything to the post. None of them hit me in my inbox. This guy jumped in the inbox. I got this right here.
Sharing
Come see me. Mm-hmm. Like, if you got it, put it out there. Don't be scared of it. And guess what? That Chinese man made $10,000 that day.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, don't say it's just because of that. Say it because you was lazy this time. Because I had the bread right there for you. I had somebody spending 10K and ain't nobody jump at it.
Exactly.
Like, you might think somebody playing, but you got to go get that bag. If somebody's saying it's a bag out here, I'm gonna try to get it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That man could have went anywhere else with his money, but guess what? Guess what? The Chinese man came at me with this.
Yeah.
I took him to the Chinese man.
And he got off.
He got off that day.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, like I say, it's your hustle. If you out there getting it, like Daquan Jackson, ain't it?
Yeah.
With Bullrito, he is at dog shows. He's pushing his stuff. He on Instagram. Guys like the Glory, he's successful. He put his stuff out there. You gotta put it out there. Don't just complain.
Also,
you know what I'm saying?
I think there are a lot of people that, like you talking about, like going to dog shows, because like you have a lot of black people that go to dog shows, but also you have a lot of Latinos and white people that be at the dog shows pretty heavy too. So when it come down to like supporting and stuff and buying a dog from black people, you want to. A lot of black people don't push their dogs out there. They don't have that camp name. So like if I'm getting into the dog game, you might have the baddest dogs, but if your name not out there and you not pushing, if your name not out there and your blood not out there, but you got nice dogs, I might just go to JoJo. His name is out there and he just got decent quality dogs. Some people want to go after that, what's going to help build their program from a financial standpoint.
And that's the marketing side. You know?
But you know, in old boy's post, he had brought up Bullrito in particular, and I think what he was more saying is that on GP, just on the strength, we should be dealing with black breeders as blacks. I don't think he was so much even looking at, because there comes a point where, like how you were saying, you've seen where a white person will go deal with a dog that's trash when they could have went to a brother.
Yeah.
Off the strength.
You see
they're
you
gun
see
to. You know what I'm saying? They're
You
gun
see
to.
it. Yeah.
That's what I think he was pointing at. Why are we not doing that? Because like he said, y'all talking about Bullrito, you know what I mean? His owner, he's well respecting the dog game, but at the same time, why is Bullrito blood not all across everywhere?
I think it
But
is.
it's the day. It's the day and age though. Because how did he make Bullrito? You had to go.
It's a hot dog, right?
Right now, but how did you make it?
Yeah. And let me ask you this: are you gonna find more Kobe blood than Bullrito blood out there?
Well, now look at the area.
See what I mean?
Kobe,
see what
California.
I mean? So,
Cali's
people
big.
going all over the world. You know what I mean? You flying it in. It don't matter no more this day and age. It's like, okay, why is his not blood off the strength in everybody's program?
Well, look at the day.
Because he got one of the hottest dogs right now, and he showed that he's a good brother.
Yeah.
So why off the strength are we not, man?
Well, we are as far as I see it, but you got to look at what's out here now. It's shit everywhere now. Mm-hmm. You got heat everywhere. You go to South Carolina, you're gonna find some.
But there's a lot of big name blood in everybody's camp, and they try to push that before they say anything. Oh, this got this in there. This got that in there. Why is Burrito not coming up more in these conversations?
You just like, well, okay, so you a true breeder. You looking at the peg too. Everybody might not have what he has in Bullrito.
But you just said you know people that's gonna get this trash dog off the strength. You know, we're going back to I think that's where we kind of get mixed up on. You know what I mean? And I believe it's true in some races off strength.
But
I don't care if this Negro got this hot dog over here. SA ain't going to mess with you. He gonna mess with his people.
But you know what though, man?
You know what I mean?
It's like this.
You know where does that line start where we don't feel bad about? You know what? I'm gonna deal with my people. You know, because I just got a text the other day about someone interested in one of my dogs, and you know what he said in his text? And I ain't afraid to tell everybody. He said, "I want to deal with you because you a brother." I ain't even got a dog on the ground yet. You know what I mean? I ain't got no puppies on the ground yet. But off the strength, and he can go get a dog right now.
But he could have went to any brother. You do good business though,
and I think that's where
you see what I'm saying.
We got to do better with each other too.
You take your business seriously.
Yeah.
You ain't. I ain't gonna put the breeder name out there, but I met a guy. Had a pretty big dog, but he was an asshole.
Yeah.
He didn't have it like the energy I fed off of him. I wouldn't deal with nobody like this.
Man, it's like this right
here.
You
know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's like this right here. Sure. Black people be full of shit. Just straight up. Sometimes black people. It's the truth. It's the truth, man. And it's a crying damn shame, man, because it don't matter if it's a dog business, fucking cement business, or whatever. Black people's full of shit, man. Damn. And sometimes, I mean, and I'm gonna tell you the guy, and it's true. I'm done dealing with black people on certain business. Because they don't hold up to they don't try to hold up. You want to support them, but then they come with some fuck shit. A lot of black people, about 75%, I'm on my Charleston White shit. Listen, I mean, in fairness, man,
it's real.
Listen, it was real because a lot of black people full of shit, man. They don't stand on what they believe in. They do bad business. They don't give a fuck. They'll fight you even though they the ones in the wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I always look for a discount.
Then turn around, take that dog, try to sell it more than money worth. Then go back and talk shit about you.
Okay, but now we gotta go to the culture too.
Boom.
You gotta go to the culture. This ain't AKC. This is nigga from the hood.
Yeah.
Nigga might have sold dope, being real. A lot of pit bull. You don't know what these people done in their lives, but they don't have that. The business, serious business end of the thing.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying.
So back to the thing. So if you white, is you gonna support black people? Is you gonna buy from somebody black? They got some shit behind them. Yeah. They're not serious. Yeah. So it comes down to me. It comes down to us being more professional, having our shit together, and doing good business. Cause you got a lot in the dog game. It come with just different type of people with all type of background. That's stealing, robbing, sold drugs. But at the end of the day, when you're in the dog business, you have to be straight up and honest. Yeah. And we don't have that in the dog game.
And that's not to say the white people the Mexicans haven't done illegal shit or you know what I'm saying? Because some of them been done prison and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a couple of them done been in prison that and they big in it's just.
But it's hard.
It's how you carry yourself at these shows. Like just like I met Daquan. He stand up guy, good guy. He gonna speak to you, treat you like a goddamn, a good person. You know what I'm saying? But you go to Brad Hakala, he might talk shit on the internet, but he speak to everybody that come to his damn table. He will pull Kobe. Some guys don't even want to pull their dog out. It don't matter if you on the table or the floor. Brad gonna put that motherfucker on the table, or he gonna put him on the floor. He ain't scared to put his shit out there. That's who I want. I want to go to something like that, and still might not be the best now. This part because Kobe kind of older now, but guess what? He still hold his own anywhere he go. So,
and that's something I've seen too, man. 'Cause a lot of these shows, especially in my early days on my YouTube channel where I was recording, man, you have some of them black dudes, man, just lazy. Like you done came to a show, you supposed to be presenting your dog. You got someone with a camera in front of you, do not want to show it, do not want to pose the dog. Just lazy with it. Now that I think about it, that's the last person I would do business with. You know what I mean?
But what you there for?
Yeah.
What you? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's how you carry yourself, man. Like that mean a lot to me. If you very willing to put your product out there, you treating the customer like you trying to sell something, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You ain't gonna sell me shit acting like one of these teenagers at McDonald's. Give my fucking money, don't say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just send you on about your goddamn way. That ain't who I'm gonna deal with.
And I think that's what kind of hurt a lot of the dog shows, the culture a little bit, because early on, that's something I always realized. I used to look around, I'd be like, okay, especially down here in South Carolina, shows mostly black, you got a little sprinkle of white off in there, some Spanish and Mexicans, but mostly black, and the music they're playing is straight up rap music.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I remember talking to this one white lady at this one show in Greenville, and I was asking her about the show, and she was like, yeah, I like the show and everything, because she was on the confirmation side, but she was like, the music they was playing and how loud it was. I think that's what really hurt a lot of dog breeders, because at the end of the day, if you're showing any of that hood in you, we all came from that, so we know what comes with that. Mm-hmm. So we already got stereotypes. Even if I don't know you how good your dog is, well, then they got some shit with them. You know what I mean? And I think as a dog breeder, if you really want to make it in this game, you got to distance yourself from that. You got to clean your act up in a way. You know what I mean? Because no matter how good you is, how good you, if there's any of that rap music, hood, motherfucker, go to your channel and check your page out, any little piece of it, they're already going to have something in their mind like, what's going to come with that. Because when you deal with that hood culture, something's going to come with it. I know we all, someone who's been robbed and had a pistol pulled on us, car broken into, by people of our own color.
At the show.
Cars get broken. We didn't talk about at home, what I mean? Talking about at these shows, what I mean? So it's just like, I believe we all kind of in our mind, we already just...
It's perception.
Perception. So we got to change that perception.
Somebody stole a trophy. I don't know if it was black or white, but motherfuckers stealing trophies, bro.
He was black.
A trophy?
Trophy, bro. Man. Yeah. I think we just got to do better, man. Because I look at like my YouTube page. You know what I mean? Like one thing I realized starting off, like, okay, if I'm gonna have people mess with me and come to me and mess with me, like I gotta be open about everything. I can't hide nothing. You know what I mean? I'm about to tell them about my life. I'm gonna tell them about my family, because that's really when we start dealing with each other. Like, this is one thing I noticed me growing up in life over the years. Man, I done passed so many black dudes, y'all, we done mean mugged or ain't made eye contact, ain't even said what's up. But the crazy thing is, if you was to sit us in a room together, we would start a conversation. Mm-hmm. And before we leave out that room, we gonna dap each other up. When I see you, boy, you know what I mean?
Right.
But we never even start that, you know what I mean? I think that's what messes us up a lot, man, where we gotta kind of just take that away, where at the same time too, if me and you in our streetwear was to pass each other, not knowing each other, we might not speak, but yesterday there was a brother in a suit, and in our perception, oh damn, he must go to church. He look like a deacon. We gonna show him a little bit more respect than that other brother in front of him, you know what I mean, that had on the hood gear. Because in our mind, we already got a perception, oh, he gonna be a problem. Oh, that's brother right there, he good, you know what I mean? He might speak first. How you doing, young brother? Mm-hmm. Hey, what's happening? You know what I mean? We even gonna break a little smile, and I think we gotta change our perception of, because like I say, me in this street clothes, I've been perceived different than I noticed as a different when I got a suit on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? The world is my flower, then it opens up to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think we got to start seeing that, because back in the days, there was, I don't mean to be long-winded, but I don't know, there was a saying our grandmothers used to tell us, especially dealing with the races. And this was way before our time, back in segregation, before segregation, Jim Crow era. We had to be better than everybody else. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it come back to. We done kind of lost it, that we always got to be the smartest. We got to be the strongest. We got to be the fastest. You know what I mean? Because there's already limitations put on us. You know what I mean? That's why when your grandma sent you out that house, you had your school clothes and your play clothes. But now there's no separation. Motherfucker come home from school, he got the same stuff on. Mm-hmm. Damn hoodie with a what's called? Yeah, he got the shiny shark on. Yeah, he got the shiny mask on. You know what I mean? Yeah. What take that shit off? You know what I mean? Yeah. There's no separation. Right. We used to go to school. You gonna have your suit. You gonna spit shine them shoes. Right. Then you gonna come home. But when you was out there in public, you gonna hold yourself to a higher standard. And I think that's what we lost as a people. And for us to start respecting each other and for other people to respect us, we got to hold that higher standard. You know what I mean? Got to. And it's messed up in a way, but them the one who's making the moves, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They got out of that mind state of, okay, acting like the hood, nah, I'm going to be better than the hood.
Facts.
I don't know.
Nah, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because anytime you're doing business, you have to change your image up. Nobody don't want to buy nobody want to spend no thousands of dollars to a motherfucker goddamn rocking dreads, gold teeth, smoking a blunt. You come buy a dog from, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's just what it is. You have to kind of change your image up, especially if you're gonna be more presentable. You're trying to, you know, establish a business and you're trying to capture all like different races.
Yeah.
Now you might can get away with it with black people because we kind of can understand each other, but when it come down to different other races, they don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to come to your house and your shit smell like weed or you bumping loud music because automatically it was like, you know, this is hood shit.
Yeah, this ain't going.
Nah, you know, especially if they spending thousands of dollars. So, you know, if you're trying to establish your business to make money, you have to clean up your image. You know,
And not necessarily for the other races, just for our own people. Because like Daylight was saying in there, you know, it ain't about, you know, just deal with your people on the strength. You know what I mean? He got a good dog, deal with him. You know what I mean? But I think it comes back to you got to be that person that people want to deal with. You know what I mean? Not only, you know what I mean? I know you can strive for white people, but this is the thing. We're the biggest spenders and consumers. Really, we got enough money in our own hood. Because this is the crazy thing, y'all. You know, these last 2 years, all the dogs I done sold, I think 3 of them were from different races. 1 white couple, a Mexican dude, and an Indian family.
Well, see, that's vice versa with me.
You know what I mean? Everybody been black, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like, we got enough people in our own community that will support us. Before anybody else gonna support us, we got to have that support here.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
see,
It's the competition too.
no.
That's
It's
it.
a competition.
It's a
I want to be.
competition.
It's always. I want to be better than the next man. I want to be that guy.
Well, I would say with him though, he created his image on YouTube.
Yeah.
So people got a glimpse of your inside of your life a little bit and say, okay, man, this is a good business, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the have that for black people will support black people. As long as you're not on no bullshit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they can see the insight of your life or a little bit of what in your backyard, in your camp, what you got going on or whatever. They say, you know what, I can fuck with him. You know what I mean? He make videos every day. He love his dogs. He consistent and shit like that. Blacks will support on that. But when you doing that dumb shit and you know all the other shit, man,
Smoking blunts
so
and
end
stuff
up-
happening and you losing dogs. And
Yeah.
Consistency. That's one thing with us people. We need to see consistency.
Let me ask you this. You say you can name about 3 or 4 cups.
No, only 3.
3.
Only 3.
Now, how many of what's the percentage of how many people in this area have brought a dog from you? Or most of them don't?
Only,
Most
you know,
of black.
all
Most of black.
yeah, all of them all black, but
I'm talking about in the area though. Like
in the area, no,
How many have you sold in
only,
this
only
area?
maybe 5% of my dogs are local. Everything's out of state.
And so that go back to the competition thing. Like, so most people ain't gonna come shop with one of us because they feel like we competition. We in competition with one another. In reality, we ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like I got family that's went and brought dogs from other people, other races,
Yep.
but they want different blood.
Yeah.
They, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, they come back to me.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
I should have went to you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Why you ain't come shop with me from the beginning? You know what I'm saying? So
But I think this day and age too, man, with putting yourself out there, you got to spread the biggest net possible. Don't look like real talk. When I first started thinking about selling dogs, I already knew in my mind if I was to try to think about just local, especially after my first litter, like if I was gonna keep this local, I wasn't gonna make it. Like I gotta put myself there as many as people possible. That's why I be on YouTube. That's why I be on the TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Because there's 8 billion people in this world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even out of state, there are black people that's coming to deal with me. You know what I mean? And other races too. Matter of fact, no, let me take that back. You know what I mean? I've had 2 white couples, a Mexican and an Indian. So I sold 4 dogs, you know what I mean? And all my breedings to other races. But like I say too is, I knew early on, it's like I said, that conversation where you sit 2 brothers down in the same room and you got to open yourself up to each other. You know what I mean? Because like I say, you got to open yourself up, and then like how he was saying, man, show that you ain't with that bullshit.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. That's the only way we're gonna deal with each other.
That's the only way, because right now you can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody. And so, but if I'm looking to buy a dog, or I'm looking to support somebody, I mean, if I can get the insight on their life, you know, going to YouTube, looking at their Facebook and stuff like that, you know, that's gonna help me support them.
And just like other races, you got people out there that want to see you win, but definitely they ain't gonna be in your neighborhood. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna be in your neighborhood. They ain't gonna be in your city. Unfortunately, sometimes, you know what I mean. That's why, man, you got to put yourself out there. You know what I mean.
I think that's any black business, though.
Yeah.
I think it's any black. Even I don't care if you're rapping, anything. You know what I'm saying. A lot of rappers get killed in their hometown.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
That's facts.
That's why I never understood
Yes,
rappers
man,
around
you know.
here back in the days be on the corner like selling CDs. I'm like, man, I done seen you for the last 2 summers, man. You ain't got out of town yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? You need to be out of town on the corner putting them CDs out there. 'Cause we know who you is. You only gonna go so far locally.
Yeah, right.
But hey, y'all, I'm sorry, man. JoJo had to shoot off, y'all, so we had to cut for a second, man. Like I said, man, that was an interesting topic, man. I think we're gonna speak on. Like I said, everybody's gonna have their different feelings about it, you know, because we all in different places and had different lives, and you know, our experiences are all different. But you know, I just know, you know, I love my people. I love everybody. You know what I mean? But I love my people. I take pride in doing good business with them. You know what I mean? Because I know in the past how much, without me even knowing, that we've been hurt. You know, if you black, you've been hurt. You know what I mean? Somebody look just like you done hurt you. That's for sure. You know, and I'm trying to show that I'm not that person. You know what I mean? A lot of times, unfortunately, we got to prove that to each other. You know what I mean? I think that's the main thing that, you know, with his topic that he's not understanding. Because even with him, you know what I mean? He got this tattoo on his face. He done said some crazy stuff about, you know what I mean? Like, if y'all know who the person is, like, what I really did with him. Even though he's making a good point, you know what I mean? It's kind of like you go back to that guy, Charleston White, you know what I mean? Like, you hear a lot of times when he's spouting out with some stuff, people like sometimes he's saying some good stuff, but his delivery. You know what I mean?
Right.
And at the same time, too, it's like with his, you know, it's your delivery and then who you are. You know what I mean? 'Cause if we go back and look at you, you know, most people ain't going to deal with you like that. You know, you're saying some good stuff right now. You know what I mean? Like,
But not other races would deal with him.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? You have some black, cause you know some
his
black.
fan base.
Yeah.
People that, and that's the thing too, you know, you're gonna have people that's gonna mess with you. You're gonna have some people that just ain't. That's
Right.
his life right there.
Right.
And but you know what, man, at the same time, you know, you're right, because like the average person, and it's sad, and I know, but you're not gonna want to spend money. You go to somebody that got tattoos all over their face and shit. You know, you already, cause you kind of stereotype. You already put them. You like, you know what? I don't know if I want to spend my money. He might got some shit with him.
But see, I ain't gonna say that though, cause like I said,
I ain't saying it's true.
Yeah, you know,
but it make you.
some people it make you second guess. But me, like I said, I'm looking for blood first, you know, and customer service second. You know what I'm saying?
So you tell me this right here.
So
So tell me this: Do you think that a middle class white people will come buy a dog from you, top quality, if you got tattoos on your face?
yeah, cause you looking at. I mean, it just depends on what I got on my page too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see me with a whole bunch of crazy stuff on my page.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, majority of my people they buy from Facebook. That's where majority of my customers come from. So you go on my Facebook page, you see dolls, you see my family. You know what I'm saying? You see stuff like that. You don't see me talking crazy or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what it is. That's why you come off as someone respectable, someone to do business with.
Right.
But boy, if you had a big old ice cream cone on the side of your face, like what's the name that did one time? Gucci Man. Listen, it'd be a whole, I promise you,
Well, I'm
it'd be
saying,
a whole nother topic.
I think, like, what I'm saying, even like, at the end of the day, your image help make sell.
Yeah.
One way or another, man. You know,
Because one, as a black man too, you don't come off as threatening. Because that's been my biggest thing,
Right.
where I know I turned a lot of people off. Because I had people tell me, you know what I mean, like, damn, when I first met you, I thought you was this, that, and the other, but you pretty cool. I had people say that I come off as intimidating.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's something why I did so much on YouTube. I put myself out there because I know this first image, person just walking by me,
First glance,
they're not gonna get that. You know, I've been told by some of my best friends that when I first met you, boy, I thought you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you get to know me like, oh, he cool as hell. You know what I mean? But that does not come off.
Right.
So I know, okay, for me to do this, man, I'm gonna have to open myself up to these people, let them know, who I really am.
Yeah.
Not just with the outside appearance.
I can see that.
So what you look like and what you do can definitely affect. And I think that's what another thing too, in a lot of business, especially with this dog game with each other. You know what I mean? Because I go down your page, you dog. Oh, now you done showed a NBA YoungBoy video. Then up under that, you know what I mean? You done showed where up in Memphis there was a shootout. Like, I see where your mindset. Even if you ain't even did this, but that's stuff you into. That's what you like showing the world. You know what I mean?
I can see that. But at the end of the day, that's what I was talking about earlier. Though it's all about the perception. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you had a flea market, for instance, walking down the dog aisle, and you got somebody that's got a hoodie on, selling dogs, Frenchies, and then you got next to him, you got somebody that's got a suit on.
Yeah.
Which one they gonna choose?
They gonna have with my man.
He might have a better dog.
Yeah.
But you got a suit on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Majority of people gonna go to the man that got the suit on because he might look unapproachable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, that ties in with the image. Because like when you look at if how your image presents itself, like your culture can deal with your image. Because we know. Not everybody, but majority of us, we know, what's going on or whatever. But when you talking about, people from India, Chinese people, white people, whatever, they might not want to deal with a motherfucker, 6'4", goddamn 260, and got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just your image.
Or a lot of people got fears in their mind. You know what I mean? Already living with fears. You know what I mean? Like that's something you got to look at too in this world. Like, man, it's hard to be. It's hard to be any type of business person.
But I think it's much harder for black people. And because it's been proven in the business we do, we have to be the best. We have to work harder. We have to take shortcut. We have to go the long route. You know what I mean? When everybody taking a shortcut, it just it was a movie about I can't remember about black people like buying houses, but they was using the white man as going to get a loan or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but it just shows you. We have to do different tactics, but we would never be. I can't never see us never being like, the people just consistently buying from black people. It's just been over. It's been like, what do we own right now to this day that you can say that black people buy from black?
But that go back to what you was talking about a couple episodes ago, where you was saying like, who started? Was it a black man that's ever started a breed or something like that?
We started that, yeah. And that's one of the reasons I deal with my dogs because, I done told y'all before, the Americana Depressants was actually started by this black dude out of Georgia, Adams Bay.
Was Daylight saying support, or was he talking about why black shit don't be popping? And why?
He was saying support but he was giving credible dogs and names.
Yeah, but he's saying,
but why ain't they out there?
Yeah, because he talking about why not other races helping pushing black people stuff?
No, that wasn't his thing.
He
wasn't on that. He was on we
support.
Yeah, he they wasn't even out of the only reason he brought up Mexican and Chinese because
when they
brothers will go to them,
right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And he gave some example of dogs that were owned by a black person, sold to a Mexican or Chinese. The dog blew up. At the same time, a dog blew up, and the owner got the dog back. And it's
another one. Even in the Frenchie game, Jesse Pinkman. You know what I'm saying? He was created by a brother.
For real?
He
actually used now don't
okay.
He took and used they stud.
Yeah.
And then they went back and brought the puppy back from
Check
him.
this out. Check this out now.
But he owned the mother.
Oh, wow.
This the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna throw some numbers out there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say they real, but we just say this we can compare it to. So the black dude got the dog, right? From me looking at his post and everything, say he had the dog at 4 or 5 months old. He didn't he put the dog out there a little bit, but he didn't make nothing.
Yeah.
They turned around, bought the dog at that age, put it out there, and probably made $20,000 in 2 days.
So yeah, so he had him up to 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
They got him at like 6 months.
Yeah.
Put him out there opening soon.
I said in a day.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't say in a week. I said in a day.
Yeah, I can see.
Then
it
turn
too,
around.
man.
Guess what
Yeah.
now? But see, a lot of people in the public, they don't know.
Yeah.
Because because they bought the guy off. They bought the dog off the black guy. You know what I'm saying? Which is business.
Yeah,
Dog
business,
run is a good move.
because that's the only thing. Yeah.
But they go back.
Yeah. The same how you were saying. You know what I mean? Like, but should he have kept it longer? Mm-hmm. Till he was able to do his things at 4 or 5 months.
Well,
but you said at 4 or 5 months, they was getting lock-ins.
Well, hold on. At 4 or 5 months, he was getting 10 to 20 likes.
Yeah.
At 6 months, when he sold it, they was getting 200 to 300 likes.
Maybe
and then
5.
at 7 months, they was getting the bread.
Hey, and let me ask you this. Now, dang it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Stuff, yeah. Like,
So-
I don't know what, was he pushing it like that? Does he got, like I said at the,
No.
is his net long enough? Does he got enough reach where people can see that dog?
It ties in like this right here.
That marketing.
Because especially if you're not consistent and you're not pushing out there. He had a badass dog. Now that dog is like, they rank him like number 9 in the world. He had that, but by these people having established program and having dogs after dogs after dogs, they got black people, white people, and everybody looking at them.
Yeah.
The black man, he just got this dog. He got the goddamn a Bugatti sitting in the driveway, never driving it. And so that's what happens.
Yeah.
So when you go back to overall, do I support black people? It's hard because some black people don't push their dogs out.
Yeah.
They're not working.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to kind of support black people. They're not consistent working, and then they got, when you can see they proof of work. When you say, okay, then this right here look good. When you go back and look, damn, their backyard, they got this right here, this right here.
Yeah.
They're gonna make you support them. This dude right here had like a $250,000 dog in his house. Sold it probably, I don't know, let's say less than $25,000.
Yeah.
Less than $25,000.
They made that in a month.
Shit.
Yeah.
In a month.
And guess what? And I was one of them. So you know what? No. Let me get a prime example. I never saw that dog before.
Yeah.
And that was a black man that owned that dog.
Never seen it.
Never seen it in my life. Soon they bought it. They pushed the dog out there, promoted. I saw that dog.
Yeah.
And guess what? I put a deposit on that dog within 5 hours. So I could have supported the black man if he was doing business right.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. So I took my money who was doing business right.
I ain't gonna say he wasn't doing business right. It wasn't promoted the right way.
It wasn't promoted yet.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like, you know what I mean? I think that's what messed a lot of people up, man. Because I remember on my first litter, man, but I still thank God, boy, that girl ain't had before puppies. Well, listen.
Hold on, your very first litter you have a 4 puppies?
4 puppies. My first litter, I had 4 puppies, boy. Listen. And I think that's why, it was kind of meant to be because, boy, any more than that might have took me out of the game. You know what I mean? I might have been giving stuff away. Like, boy, this ain't for you.
Yeah.
And not breed nothing else. But that 4 was enough to open my eyes up on what it really takes. Because you know what? My first litter was that 4. Well, I think I sold 1. That was the first white family. They came and bought 1, a female from me. They drove all the way up from. No. Out that first litter, I kept lucky. Local black lady bought one of his brothers. A local black family brought the sister, and a black dude in Georgia brought the brother. But two of them dogs, two of the brother and the sister, were sold off of Craigslist. You know what I mean? Like, I actually had a Craigslist ad. Like, I ain't never thought about going back to Craigslist, but you know what I mean? But I didn't have no YouTube, barely any Facebook, no Instagram, no TikTok. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to this like, I'm selling dogs on Craigslist. You know what I mean? But
I don't knock Craigslist.
Nah. Like I say, because at the end of the day, that's another audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hell, still to this day, I might need to be running the ad.
You only looking for one person. You only looking for one person.
You know what I mean? That's one of the things, man, with this dog game, man. You gotta have the advertisement, man, that marketing. And not only your dogs, man, I believe a lot of times too, we don't realize we can have these bad dogs, but we speak for the dogs. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Like going back to that dude, man, and he had another dog. But after talking to him, I see why he sold the dog.
Yeah.
And it was because he a truck driver.
Okay.
So he ain't had the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? To put in the work.
Yeah.
Whereas they did.
Yeah. They
you know
did.
what I'm saying?
He said they did and they did.
And they did.
All they did is, it wasn't no work. They just took a picture.
Take a picture, man.
That's
Yeah, like you say, it was the structure. The dog was there.
That's it.
Yeah.
But that dog could have got him out that truck.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Because it damn sure did wonders for them.
You always lose that one you sell and give away. Boy.
Yeah.
You
But
never
you know
man.
what though? But you know, he just went on the business, right?
Yeah.
Because he should have known that, you know, if these people right here coming to goddamn want to buy your dog
Yeah,
back.
you got something.
Yeah, you got something. And even if you're in trucks, you gotta stop that fucking truck and take pictures. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, you say, listen.
Yeah. You
But I mean, who's to say? Like you said, it was he a brother. So who's to say the same people was gonna fuck with him the way they was
true. Because that's to say, like you say, they looking back, he a truck driver, what do you know about breeding dogs? Because a lot of times I'm starting to see too, man, like, especially a couple of the black dudes that I know that are really doing it real big, different breeds, but their setups, you know what I mean? Like, they done, like I can think about two dudes, you know what I mean, who deal with different dogs, man. They got in their backyard, man, they probably got about 40, 50 dogs, but they got the cement slab, cages, they got the easy watering, they got the mist coming down. Like, people like seeing that, and they like support. People like supporting winners when they see you winning. You know what I mean? I think that's what a lot of people don't get off the ground. You got to put yourself out there, but even no matter if you in the dirt, let a motherfucker see you at least sweeping.
Right.
Like, okay, yeah, he ain't trying to stay in the dirt. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Build yourself up, because people want to see you win,
right? And
they want to see them different. Like, okay. Well, I remember they can look back and be like, well, I remember a year ago you was just doing this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Man.
Nah, that's
but you know, a lot of black people not grinding like that.
Nah.
So I can't, at the end of the day, how can you support another brother if he ain't grinding?
Yeah.
I can't just spend money with you because you know you a brother.
Yeah.
You got to come on, you're not grinding.
Because I'm gonna tell you the truth too. Like, you know how you kind of said something about dude in Bullrito. You know, I know he's supposed to, you know, be a good dude. I don't know him personally, but you said he really ain't produced nothing else. You know, about a year and a half ago, I used to see him all the time on Facebook. His live might come up. I ain't heard nothing from him in a year. You know what I mean? Year and a half. So, you know, is that my algorithm, or is he not working as hard as he used to?
That's what I don't know, because I'm not too much in the bully community. Yeah. I watch him and stuff like that. And what I mean is like for his name, you know, I know his name got more out there with his dog Bullrito.
Yeah.
And but what I mean is, for his resume, I don't know if he got the dogs that came close to that, or was it pumping before that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people not gonna jump on the bandwagon. Some people not even gonna support you like that if you got just a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to.
But one thing I will notice in the bully game, man, especially with some of these older black dudes, like they're really living, a couple of them living off what they used to have. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like now they ain't producing dogs like some of these dudes you seeing at the shows and judging.
Yeah.
They used to be, and they used to have this hot dog, and they still living off that heat.
Yeah.
They ain't produce nothing no more. You know, you see them, they hold somebody else's hot dog, but they ain't got no hot dog. But I guess at the you know, the beginning of this or that's a bully game, you know, they were really doing their thing. So I think that too is, you know, I guess people let up off the gas a little bit, you know, get that one hit. And I think that's a lot of us too, you know. We get
complacent.
Yeah, because that's one thing why I was kicking off so many litters and getting dogs out there. Because this is something I realized early on from watching the bully game. If I lose school, this shit could all be over with. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I got to put some boys on the ground, you know what I mean? And lock in some relationships where I got some on the yard and I can go back to it. You know what I mean? Because I think that's what happens with a lot of us too. We get that one hot dog and something happened to it and it's hard to, you know what I mean?
It's hard to
ever get that back.
You've been riding that dog for so long, you know, you haven't built nothing really off of him that's better than him.
And like how you were saying, the Mexicans who bought the dude from the black dude, they already in there producing more dogs. Like I'm pretty sure, like Jake, was that Pigman?
They had the daddy.
Yeah.
So they had the daddy.
Now they got the son back.
And he had the mama.
Yeah.
He did the breeding and sold the son back to them.
But at the same time too, that's not their only hitters.
No.
See what I mean? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they still got other hitters that even if they didn't get that dog, wouldn't stop what they're doing today. Probably.
No.
Yeah. It only enhanced, but it didn't make them a break.
It didn't only enhance them. It's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Because like I say, and that was just, you talking about they buying something maybe at $25,000, turn around they probably make close to $500,000. I was saying $250,000, but that dog he been breeding a lot.
Working.
Yeah, now this stuff he up to $4,000. So I mean he working.
That just for some semen.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Well, I think we said a lot, man. I think we got a lot out there on the table, man. And like I say, I'm glad you can't hit us with that subject right there, said. Because I had some other stuff. We're gonna say that for another time. Because that was enough right there, man. Cause it's something I hope everybody can ingest and really think about, especially if you're a dog breeder out here and you're trying to start a program. My take on it, I'll go around the table. Image, y'all. Image. Work on that image, y'all. Sprite used to have a commercial, and I always remember, image is everything. Obey your thirst. You know what I mean? Boy, listen, boy, that is locked in.
He wanted to say this.
That's how strong marketing is, man.
Yeah.
Marketing.
You know, that was middle school.
That's it.
Like, for real, I remember that commercial. It fucked me up growing up in middle school. You know what I mean? Because, you know what? I didn't have the best clothes. So when that shit hit me, it always images everything. I knew
it is.
early on, like, I never forgot that. Like, image is everything.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Think about it like this. What is Reebok's slogan?
Damn, I forgot.
I don't know.
Don't nobody know it. What is New Balance slogan? Don't nobody know it. But everybody know what's Nike slogan.
Just do it.
Just do it. You know what I'm saying? It's the image.
Locked in,
It's the image. It's the promotion.
Song.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. At the end of the day, I mean, that's just what you got to take from it.
Yeah.
Promote your own stuff. Get it out there. Get it in front of the people.
You gotta work hard. You gotta work hard, man. You gotta work hard. You can't be on that hating shit. And that's the thing with our black culture. It's not just with dogs. It's just with our black culture. We just hate on each other. We won't just support each other. It goes from dogs to everything. And it's crazy. Yeah. It's just not stopping at dogs.
That's why I said when we started, we had to stick to dogs.
No, but you know, at the end of the day, we don't, you know, in the dog game, we don't support each other. But also too now, you got to have some shit. Because a lot of black people got bullshit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people got bullshit. So you can support all you want to, but it's gonna help you, you know, financial wise, or it's gonna help start your program up to another level. So them things you gotta look at from buying from anybody. You know, I'm they black or whatever. It's gonna help me financial wise, and it's gonna help me uplift my program. If it do that, then I can support you, because that means I'm supporting you and then you supporting me. Mm-hmm. But I can't goddamn support you and then your shit don't support me.
Yeah.
It can't happen. So that's why I think in the dog game, when I'm spending my money, I want to spend the money that I'm at least thinking about I might can get something back from. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, black people, we expect something back.
You damn right.
Well, that's
You gotta look out for the cookout.
breeders anyway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got
That's anything. You open up a clothing store, man. You tell me how many people you think you know ain't gonna come in there and be like, boy, I'm getting these two, boy, I can't get that third shirt.
Oh yeah. No, that's true.
You know what I mean? That's in our DNA, boy.
A white man ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
A white man won't do
Nah,
that.
they do that too. They do that.
I'm pretty sure they do on a certain level. You deal with enough of them, you know what I mean? Well, let me get. Yeah, well, like I
But
say,
from a dog standpoint,
Yeah.
you know, like it's a little bit different. Like I said, breeders, yeah, they definitely expect something back.
They gonna do that,
Pet, you know, owners,
Yeah.
they want a good quality dog.
yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what's up, man. Well, shoot, y'all, we done said enough, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, man. Y'all know we appreciate it, man. We'll definitely be back. It's your boy DJ.
It's your boy JT.
That's it.
We'll catch y'all next time. We out.